morning, folks. I am pulling together what I need to, as usual, to get our stream going here. See, we've got chat, we've got the mic. I did a sound test. Today we are doing Hogwarts Legacy. I wanted to do Hogwarts Legacy yesterday for September 1st, but I wasn't at home. I did not end up going to my residence like I expected. So I am going to go ahead and play that today. Let me grab my controller though, as I think I have figured out I like this game better on controller. You know, there's nothing like putting a message in the chat and then just closing the chat to move some of the stones from my rock collection so that I can see the chat. And lovely companions. Alright. That controller. I really felt like I was totally ready to go, but I forgot about the controller. Alright, we are ready to go. Bluetooth, I need you to listen to me. I said we were ready to go. The poor people need you to be ready to go. Thank you. Good job. Alright. And have I got Discord muted so you folks are not confused? Let's take a look here, make sure that the stream is in fact rolling so that I can see it. Excellent, excellent. And we're in. All right. Good morning. Welcome to my birthday stream. We will get going. Yeah, I am excited to be back at Hogwarts. As you can see, this is my awesome character, Autumn Knightley. I am kind of hoping, honestly, that we might see at least 20 subscribers today for my birthday, but it would be super sick to get to 26 and be affiliate. So let's see if it happens. However, we are going to have to deal with the reality that I haven't played this. I think I played this game briefly in July, so I don't totally remember all of the controls. I will do my best. Alright, let's see. Ask the unlocking charm. Well, I think I have to... Beast feed. This is for combat. This is for movement. And I believe this is my... I'm just doing tasks. So, let's see. Aloha Mora. Ah, here. what's happening right now, if you're wondering what the erratic button pushes are, is I have been playing on my Switch. And so my sense of where the buttons are is flipped. Oh, is it just gonna... Great. Which is, you know, me hitting shield several times there. That's what's going on. Use L and R to move the sparks to rotate the dials until the corresponding gears are reactivated. So what gear is this? What am I not understanding? Rotate the dials until the corresponding gears are activated. I guess I just didn't notice the exact moment that that was happening in. Okay.
Well done! You're in! Remember, use a disillusionment charm so no one claps eyes on you. This is a restricted area of the castle after all.
Alright. Stupefy. Alice. Disillusionment. We will proceed. Interesting. The painting isn't reacting at all, like is it moving? Casting Revelio reveals authority figures and enemy locations, allowing you to scout ahead and remain undetected. Okay. Thank you, Panda! I was gonna say happy birthday to you as well, but happy my birthday to you.
Revelio.
Reminder to staff. The Hogwarts house elves do an exceptional job of keeping the castle in order. They are seldom unprepared for any number of items that they might encounter each day. However, only the other day, an unexpected stash of wizarding crackers went off from behind a cushion. The cacophony was most untoward, engulfing one poor elf in blue smoke and giving those of us nearby an abominable ringing in our ears for the rest of the day. I expect that the culprit was Peeves. Please keep an eye out and be careful. I have always said that my birthday is the first holiday of the holiday season, as we go into fall and winter now. So that's why I should be able to wish other people happy my birthday. It is in fact now the holiday season. Please let me know if the game audio is backfeeding really badly into the mic. I am on my big desktop computer. And, the speaker setup is just a little bit different than on my laptop. But what do you mean by lure them? Alright, great. It's more I'm concerned like when the dialogue starts that the dialogue will pick me up. Not good. Spider oh, I don't know if I've ever figured out these puzzles before, like what this means. I really have got to stop making a habit of turning on games that I haven't played in forever. For stream, and then having to like figure them out while people are watching.
How are your students getting on this year?
Rather poorly, I'd say.
Is that so?
We're raising a generation of coddled cape flappers that can scarcely tell the difference between aconite and asphodel.
Yes, well, it's still early. Perhaps they'll improve.
You say that every year, Matilda.
You know, maybe the issue exists between the desk and the blackboard if it happens every year. Just putting that out there. What did you get up to today, Panda?
Lumos. This must be the prefect's bathroom.
Panda has been sick, unfortunately. Finished reading the book series and now transitioning to spin-offs. Well, I'm glad that there was so much of it. That was the book series where there was like a lot to read, right? How long did it take you to get through 33 books?
Revelio. Hello.
This is incredible. Like, imagine if this was your bathtub. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It told me, like, how to, it told me how to, distract them, but then I pushed those buttons and it didn't seem to do anything. So I'm really not sure how to handle that, but I also cannot remember how to interact with these. 2 to 3 months to read 33 books. Had read all but 2 before, so 3 weeks. That makes sense, yeah. When did you first find that book series? I guess that works. The majestic unicorn fountains gives an air of serenity and calm to the hospital wing at Hogwarts. It does. I like it a lot.
Well, I suppose I should begin my rounds now.
I suppose Professor Black knows best, but the students are terribly disappointed with Quidditch being cancelled.
I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
Ooh. Oh, I'm gonna have to try it again. The thing that's hard about this game for me is, like, it's visually incredible and a place that I wanted to spend time in. But it makes it hard to, like, just do the quests or just figure out the storyline because I want to just, like, hang out. But obviously just hanging out doesn't completely work. But I'm sure I'll settle in. I think it's a game where I can tell that I'm constantly in my head reminding myself, like, I can play it again. I can come through it again. So, like, let's keep moving and enjoy it, and then let's just play it again. Now that you said the word anime, I do remember, like, more details about this book series.
Rebellion.
I hear a key. Do you hear the key? This seems kind of mean. Yeah. There is a lot of things in Harry Potter where sometimes it's just like, ooh, that's mean, or that's a little arbitrarily unkind. Okay, I think that's what I'm supposed to do. Like, I zoom in somewhere, and then I am thoughtful about what I click on. Oh.
Faculty Tower is off limits to students.
Yeah, that's why I'm over here eating the snacks. Ah, shoot. Oh. Hi, Photon. Yeah. You haven't missed anything. I'm doing that part of playing video games where you can't really remember the controls because you haven't played for a while. So, it's all right. I am just, like, A, I can't remember quite all of the controls and toolset. But then B, like, I just want to spend time looking around. And then I'm continually failing a stealth quest that I'm supposed to be doing. Did I just... Oh, I could continue going upstairs. That's what I did last time. Jewel-encrusted tortoise shell. Many assume this to be the shell of a fire crab native to Fiji. However, those in the know swear it's a bejeweled tortoise shell created by a mad wizard near Versailles. When his chateau was overrun by nifflers, this dazzling shell was carried off to be discovered years later by a Hogwarts professor on holiday in the Ardennes. I would say that is a bejeweled shell. Have either of you played this game? Boris the Bewildered. This statue of a lost-looking wizard known as Boris the Bewildered has perplexed students for ages. Is he coming or going? Is he at the beginning of a journey or at the end? We shall never know. Oh, he is the fool from Tarot. That's what that is. I have to admit the prefix are kind of dumb. I feel like if that happened 3 times and I went and checked on it, that would be an indication to me that I was being distracted. I am sneaking around in, like, a tower that only prefects and the staff are allowed in. I think it's the faculty tower. But also the hospital wing is here, and I'm sneaking around, so I don't know, like, why students aren't allowed in the hospital wing.
The students are terribly disappointed about Quidditch being cancelled.
Huh. I had planned to bet a few galleons on Hufflepuff this season.
That's kind of incredible that the teachers gamble.
I know when I see a winning bet, and Ravenclaw would not have been that. Not this year, anyway.
I'm partial to Hufflepuff myself. What was that?
No!
Oh, I suppose I should pay closer attention in the next match.
I suppose you should.
Shoot! I am Gryffindor. I am just playing as myself. Yeah, they really should have a meaningful night cycle. Why? I'm not sure why it put me back in the hospital wing. I guess because I already had both moons, maybe is the thing here. Yeah, I think that's probably what happened. Uh-oh. I'm, like, not quite hitting where I expect to be hitting. I think they should hire me as prefect. I am not that dumb. Maybe they did, yeah.
Hello, Mr. Moon. I have the moons you asked me to collect.
Oh goodness, you're as fearless as a loat. An excellent start. If we can collect more, it may shed some light on who's behind all this. Of course, I first suspected Peeves. He drove the previous caretaker, Rancorous Carp, to an early retirement with his intolerable buffoonery. But that does not explain the boggart in Hogsmeade, does it? No. I am determined with your help to discover the identity of my tormentor.
It's definitely intriguing. I'd like to help you solve this mystery.
You, my friend, are a gentle person and a scholar, and I have something to offer in exchange for your assistance. Now, remember, the moons are only retrievable at night. Thus, I encourage you to use a disillusionment when necessary.
Thank you for letting me know. I had asked earlier and it wasn't happening earlier, but it is good to know that it's happening now and I need to address it. I am messing with the mic presently. Alright, hopefully the new setup will work a little bit better and I will still be very easy to hear.
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
I have just realized, guess who doesn't have hydration alert set up on their other streaming computer? That's so sad. We have to stop and fix that immediately. Give me just a second. This cannot stand. I'm sorry. I'm installing the fish right now. Just a second. That is why we are just paused at the moment. Let's see. I'm just having that moment where I'm like, how do I do stuff? Points alerts. Okay. Alright, thank you, Panda. Sorry for the pause here. I drew a hydration alert that Songvale wants to be able to use, so I am fixing that real quick. Alright, it should have, I think it probably just flipped around a bunch. Um, would you like to try it now? Otherwise, I can try the hydration alert to make sure that it is working. I don't think they should bait their gills because that is going to get them eaten. It weirdly popped up in like 2 pieces, but it did in fact work, so that's good. Do I have to get water or can I refill my coffee, which is empty? Oh wait, does baited in that sense, like, is it short for like abated? Like I have paused in my breathing? I didn't know that. I'll get water, but I'm also gonna get more coffee. Alright, I am back with the coffee and the water. I don't know why. I just thought bated breath somehow did mean like when I think about it actively, this sounds really dumb, but part of me, I guess, believed that bated breath was like you were baiting the thing that you wanted to ensnare. And I do realize how dumb that is now. I did have the water. I don't know if I said that, but... Shall we continue?
How many statues are there to find?
I don't know precisely, but I've spotted dozens. Seems they're everywhere I look. You have your work cut out for you, if you were to ever unravel their meaning.
There's a voice acting error there. If you were to ever unravel their meaning is different than if we're to ever unravel their meaning. I don't remember exactly what the premise of this quest was. I think he's afraid of them and they're like everywhere so he can't do his job, but I'm not 100% sure on that. Still echoing on your end. Well, I will turn down the audio a little bit on the dialogue.
Understood. I shall keep an eye out.
I appreciate that.
Let's see. Settings. Sound. I'm hoping they have a dialogue. Oh, they do. Great. Okay. He might be a werewolf. Oh, yeah. Yeah, Songvale thought that maybe he was a werewolf. Alright, let's take a look at the quest and see if we can figure out what I was supposed to be doing. I found out what Gladwin wants. We did take them back to him, though.
Oh, I knew you were the one to ask for help. Keep at it so we can solve this mystery.
It hadn't quite cleared yet. Okay. Alright, so let's see where we're at now. Catch me using Switch controls, I'm sorry. Alright, so we have to continue leveling up to do that one. Let's see. Use a Thunder Brew potion against enemies. Can I make a Thunder Brew potion yet? These are notes. So I think the next thing probably to do is to return to the Room of Requirement and see if I can make Thunder Brew Potion yet. I'm gonna relearn the controls just in time to go play something on Switch and not be able to control that.
Hello, friend. I wonder if you might stop by the Three Broomsticks when you can. I would like your help with something.
As I mentioned, my sister Anne misses Hogwarts. She hasn't been herself with me. I'd like to take you up on your promise to visit her. I'm heading to Feldcroft soon, so I'll look forward to seeing you there. It's just south of Hogwarts. By the way, hope you're faring well with the Blasting Curse. It's still one of my favorites.
This is kind of great that they...
Lieutenant Beast's class. I've asked Deek to assist you in using the room to further your studies in that regard. Please meet him there when you can.
I love that all of the... Oh my goodness.
I've been beside myself with worry. Could you meet me in the courtyard?
I have received so many letters in the middle of the night in this hallway. Okay. Thank you for letting me know. Let me just overall turn down my desktop audio, I think. I have it up quite loud so that I get to listen to it, but I'll just turn it a little quieter for me. How is this sounding now? That would be so unhelpful. Of the owls.
Quiet, please. We are making art.
Rude. I'm trying to figure out my sound levels. I think the challenge is that I don't remember anymore how to do certain things. Aha. Violet, if you get here before me, do us a favor and procure some more mead, would you? I believe one of the fellows hanging in the third floor corridor has another frame somewhere with a nice supply. Gear slots are full. I am going to have to deal with that because I've opened a bunch of chests today and not been able to take the stuff. I think the challenge is, like, it's like that guy who had the magical orb, that, like, it wasn't immediately clear what I needed to do to the orb.
Revelio. Alohomora.
Excellent. Okay. I think I just needed to turn down some audio. Some very nice music in this bathroom. Oh.
Mine now, demiguys.
That's, ew. Interesting that this one is like an out-of-order bathroom stall to the boiler room. Hogwarts is such a strange place. It's very, very quirky. Let's see. I need to get up there. I mean... I do agree that the throwing the lock on the floor is a little bit more aggressive than is probably really called for. I'm pretty sure I just heard like a blood-curdling scream in the game, and that's a little bit concerning. Who is Eddie Cleaver? That was concerning. We will pause for some kitty pets. Should I lie down on the floor and wait? I haven't heard the distress that one person is in. Oh, you're right. I do remember him. Songvale, can you please ban the bot?
They call it chemistry.
Yes, I'm aware. Muggles have a lot of different words for things. It might as well be French.
Wonder how similar it is.
Thank you very much, Photon. Although I do appreciate it upping my comment metrics, which I don't think matters. I feel like Twitch actually really is, like, kind of merit-based insofar as there doesn't seem to be an algorithm. It really seems to be like, if you have a lot of viewers, you're closer to the top of the list. Like, it doesn't actually matter what your scores are. It doesn't, like, help you grow your channel to have bigger numbers, like, of comments and stuff like that. It really is about, like, do you have a bunch of viewers? Do they stay? Okay.
Deke? Ah, Deke is so happy to see you. Deke noticed this bag in the room the other day. You must need it to help with your schoolwork. Deke has seen one of these before. Deke calls it a knapsack. Perfect for gathering and transporting beasts. Pleasant little breeze.
I have been thinking about something Professor Howin said in Beasts class, that I should study as many beasts as I can, on my own time. She also mentioned that poachers have been active in the area, so perhaps the beasts will be safer with us than out there on their own.
Precisely what Deke was thinking. You see, the room knew exactly what you needed, and luckily, Deke can show you how to best use the knapsack and where. Come along then. Our first stop will be beyond the castle grounds. We can leave now, or you can come and find Deke when you're ready to go.
I feel like I want to catch up on I want to catch up on other quests that I have, so I am going to focus on the quest that I have rather than going with him. Thank you for reporting them also, Songvale. I'm not sure if it matters. I'm sure, like, I feel like the messages like that are so consistent that they should be able to, like, figure out who's a bot selling viewers, but apparently not. I definitely think that game exists. One name that comes to mind is Potionomics, but I'm not sure how intense the gardening portion of that is. Oh, awesome. Let's see. Thunderbrew Potion. Wiggenweld, Edurus, Maxima Focus. Okay, so I have to go buy this one from the potion shop. So let's do that, and then also I think I can give the gobstoppers to the gobstopper person. This game is just so incredible. Let's see. Where are you, Zenobia? Upstairs. Okay. They just did such an incredible job of, like, making Hogwarts feel like an incredible place.
I'd better keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
Where's Zenobia?
Off on another adventure, are we?
I believe there are different, like, companions that are in the different houses. I don't know how substantially different, like, their personalities or, like, their quests are that you do or don't get to do.
Keep an eye on high places around the school for Zenobia's gobstones.
You definitely have very different, like, house, like, common rooms to go back to, though. I'm just not sure where Zenobia is to, like, tell her I found all her gobstones.
It's the last of Zenobia's gobstones. I should go and see her.
Oh, was it telling me that's where the last one was? I thought I had all of them. Okay. Well, my bad. Yeah, and I did think it was weird that I was hearing that. But I thought it said, like, I had 6 of 6, but maybe it was 5 of 6. I thought she was in one of the hallways the first time I met her, but I could be wrong.
Heard you're defending Hogsmeade against trolls. You know, there is such a thing as trying too hard.
No, I disagree. But that's why I'm in Gryffindor, and that's why you're a jerk. You're right. There's kind of like a fountain, right? She's next to that. Like, holy moly. Look at this. Look at this window. Oh.
I hope you've had more luck than I did tracking down my gobstones.
Hello, Zenobia. I've found all of your gobstones.
Really? I didn't think it was possible. However did you do it?
Common sense and basic magic.
Oh my god.
Well, may I have my gobstones back?
Can you imagine saying that to a Ravenclaw? The textures in this game, like, whether it's fabric or stone, it's so incredible. No, I think I'll keep them. Yes, of course.
Of course. They are yours after all.
Oh, how wonderful. I shall dedicate all of my future victories to you. Speaking of which, now that I have all my gobstones back, I wonder if anyone in the common room would be up for a game.
That's a horrible idea. No one wants to get that awful stench all over them again.
Okay.
Why not? Gobstones are splendid fun, and now everyone knows the rules.
So...
Very well, off I go. Wish me luck.
That's one of Zenobia's gobstones. I hardly see what all the fuss is about.
So, I didn't want to say this is a terrible idea in terms of, like, making her feel bad about the smell. It was more that I felt like she should not let the other students play with them if they are going to take them and bully her by hiding them. Alright, we are going to continue working up from the bottom on the quest. I feel like that's one thing I've really struggled with in this game also, is like, I have basically too many things that I can do all of the time, and I'm not sure, like, basically how to keep up. Whoa, look at this. Oh, lovely. I did burn some of my new autumn incense this morning. And it did smell nice. This is so cool. Ooh.
Adelaide Oaks, isn't it? I received your owl.
Yes, I'm Adelaide Oaks. Oh dear. You see, my uncle Roland is a metal trader who's quite well known in the goblin community. He normally sends me owls every week when he's on his business travels. In his last owl, he alluded to dealings with those radical goblins. Ranrock's loyalists. It's been ages since that owl and I'm worried. What with the troll attack on Hogsmeade and the rumors that goblins may have been involved, well, I'm fearing the worst. Should I be worried about my uncle, or am I overthinking this?
I think you're right to be concerned, Adelaide. Your uncle may be in trouble.
You're much more understanding than Professor Weasley. She heard I was going to look for him and forbade me from leaving the grounds. She's convinced he can handle himself, but I can't concentrate on anything until I know he's all right. Could you try to find out for me? From what I hear, you're almost as adventurous as Uncle Roland.
This has such big, like, children's anime energy. Like, an adult is unsafe and a child is worried, and so another adult is like, no, you must not do this, and then other children are like, let us concoct a plan to go save the adult without getting caught by other adult. I consider September 1st to be the first day of fall. However, there are certain places in the world, such as where you live, Photon, that do not experience the 4 seasons that I conceive of the world as having.
Has your uncle traded with many goblins?
Yes, for ages. Even speaks gobbledygook. But he only recently mentioned Ranrock's lot, insisting the galleons were worth the risk. He does it for me. Between robes and supplies, attending Hogwarts costs a fair sickle. And besides that, Uncle Roland has expensive taste. He's sacrificed so much for me over the years. I promised him that as soon as I finish Hogwarts, I shall be the one taking care of him.
I feel like I don't want to work for Blizzard Entertainment, the company that makes World of Warcraft, and the only reason why is because they are in California, and I am not interested in not experiencing 4 seasons, but especially, like, snow. Even where I am right now, there is not really sufficient snow for me. One of the reasons I would move back to Minnesota, humorously, I feel like the reason people would leave Minnesota is because they don't like the weather and the snow and the thunderstorms. I would move back specifically for those things.
I take it you and your uncle are close.
We are. My mother died when I was born, and I lost my father when I was 5. Uncle Roland's looked after me for as long as I can remember. He knows I get anxious when he travels, and that's why he sends me all the owls, to let me know that he's all right.
I'm surprised, because I remember you being, like, super into heat all the time, Photon. So I'm surprised to learn that you're like, I could go back to there being winter. Oh, I see your message now talking about the snow. Well, I guess you could be a snowbird.
I'll try and look into it for you, Adelaide.
Thank you. He's very thorough in his record keeping. Notes all his trades in a journal, makes maps. In fact, in his last hour, he drew me a map of his next stop. He'd planned to set up camp north of here. I do hope you're able to find out where he is. Thank you again for any help you can provide.
First of all, I cannot believe the goblin language is called gobbledygook. Second of all, she said last owl, but I heard last hour, and I was like, do you already know that he's dead? It would be great to be, not old, frankly, but it would be great to be rich. It would be great to be able to retire, but still do things. I keep hitting cancel. Alright. Yeah, because my level is 21 right now, or 22, and I am on a quest that suggests level 10.
It's a relief to finally have an aunt.
I hope Adelaide's Uncle Roland is all right. She seems very worried. Adelaide mentioned her uncle's camp may be near Brockborough.
That is
past the
fine,
river.
Songville. Thank you for hanging out, and I will see you in a while.
Revelio.
Yes. If we had a round of
I feel like I can almost hear like some foreboding music, and it's just not making me feel awesome. I'm worried that something is going on. We're gonna pause for just a moment as I need to run to the restroom. I will be right back. And now we are back. All right, continuing on. So you said you're doing D&D tonight? What edition are you guys playing?
Can't figure out what. Give them the dull tasks.
Revelio.
Beasts were made to be skinned and eaten. Best thing in the world, finding a beast in your trap. He's weak. Yes, he is. When's the last time you saw him catch a beast?
Admittedly, those guys are really close to the road for people who are looking for a fight. Wow. I'm guessing that it has me like stay on the road and just kind of go for a walk, which is not efficient, but is extremely beautiful. So I'm not even mad. I just want to be in this location. That is true. What edition of D&D are you playing? Be careful, chickens. Like the original 5e or the new 5e. Why they didn't, I mean, I don't know. I feel like they should have really called it like 6th edition or something. I recently was actually like playing D&D for the first time, recently being a couple months ago. I meant to start again because at this point like nobody else is actively engaging with it. Besides me, but I also have not been messaging the DM during August, which I meant to do, but I don't know. Stuff just came up weirdly during my month off, and so I didn't. But like flipping through the books is really cool, and I was having fun. It's one of those things where it's something scheduled, and it felt like most of the time I don't do anything, but somehow whenever it was like the day for D&D, I was like,
These rocks have seen better days.
I don't feel like it, or this is difficult to make happen or something. That's cool. I think the books I bought were for the 2014 one. I really like the art style in it. I like a lot of the lore in the 3.5 books. But I think I overall liked the rules as I was understanding them for 5. I watched a video actually that talked about like the statistical likelihood of like even if everybody is available like 4 or 5 nights a week, if you have a group of 5 people, the likelihood that it just lines up on its own for there to be like 2 to 4 hour chunk of time was like extremely low, which was fascinating to learn. How do I crouch? Let's see. Extremely violent. I loved the ongoing joke that the D&D movie, if you watched it in a theater, that it just pauses in the middle. and then everybody in the theater has to have a conversation about when they can all come back to watch the second half of the movie. I know, like, apparently many D&D, like, active D&D players did not like that movie. I loved it. I thought it was great. But that was by far the best, like, joke around the movie, in my opinion. I'm guessing this probably isn't necessary, so I will stop being stealthed. Yeah, I liked it. It was very fun. It was very, like, colorful and detailed, and, like, it did that thing that I love where it had range between, like, being really epic and meaningful at points, but then also, like, you had some good laughs, and a number of the characters were, like, very endearing, and it was a movie for me. I liked it.
Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite?
There's a dead goblin outside. This is not good. Well, there's lots of dead goblins.
Linus, just ahead. Should I take them by force?
Another human? Seems quiet. Too quiet, if you ask me.
Oh, jeez. What is this ghost dude? I don't like the stealth dude.
Enough of this.
Can you tell I haven't played in a long time? Maybe the person I was talking to, like, I don't know, she was like, oh, I play a lot of D&D, and, like, me and all my friends, we don't like it. And she thought it was too silly. She didn't like that it wasn't, like, an ongoing storyline like some of the famous streams are. I guess she just wanted a movie that was, like, way more serious, but I felt like sometimes, like, the strangeness and the weird, like, arbitrariness of the things they had to do or how they figured things out, to me, like, perfectly matched my sense of how D&D is usually played.
Could this be Mr. Oakes' campsite?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, it seemed like it matched my perception of what really happens in D&D, where there are moments and stuff that you care about, and, like, you are creating a story together, but also it's inherently kind of silly and arbitrary, and, like, that's part of the fun for people.
Just ahead. Should I take them by force?
That's what I thought. Okay, so maybe this person is, like... Maybe this person was not correct. I guess, like, just make a general fantasy movie. Although there has been apparently, like, rumors or discussions about making a Drizzt TV series, and I feel like that would be more likely to be a serious story. with like humorous moments, and I do love Drizzt, so I would appreciate that being taken a little bit seriously. Okay, so fighting these guys did not go amazing. I bet that's where I need to go. Oh no, that's not a person sitting in a chair, that's a box.
Never anything interesting around here. Not quite.
Alright, this is not going good again.
One more taken down.
I think what I'm struggling with is I feel like there is a lag between me hitting a button and something happening. And I think that is probably normal for action combat games, but that's not the kind of game that I frequently play, and so it is not intuitive to me. So that's what I'm struggling with. We'll try it again here in just a second. Photon says it's a hard balance, and I think overall for people it hit, but maybe with more hardcore folks it didn't. It's hard to say because, like I said, my boyfriend loves D&D. Like, he's into the lore and stuff for it, and he thought it was enjoyable, so it's hard to say. Yeah, and I've been coming to terms with the fact that, like, I think I am also a D&D fan, but, like, more accurately, I'm a Forgotten Realms fan. And I think the game is, like, also cool, and it's also cool how it's, like, influenced fantasy genre and gaming overall, which is a really important thing in my life. But I don't really know what my main point was. But it's weird to realize that, like, I'm a fan of, like, the story and world and lore and, like, first and not the game first. And that feels weird because that feels like that's not the popular way to be into D&D, and it's also made me realize that in the internet age, I feel like there's a correct way to be a fan of something, and that it's weird when you're not a fan in the same way most people who are fans of the thing that you're fans of are fans. It's crazy the amount of influence D&D has had, and by extension then, like, Tolkien and stuff. A couple years ago I got really into, like, trying to trace that progression over time, and, like, understand
Could this be Mr. Oakes'
understand the kind of development of the fantasy nerd subculture popular things. And it was really interesting and compelling, and, like, that's why I got into D&D, or what I was interested about D&D for. Okay, so that worked. I maybe shouldn't have used the explosive one on, like, a single one, but that's fine.
I've been fighting since before you were born.
Oh, it saw me. Okay, so, like, I feel like I'm hitting the defend button, but it's not happening as fast as I want it to.
Your spells glance off of me.
Did it work? I did it! Great. Oh, there's one coming. Okay. Oh, Oh, so close. Okay, next time I think I will get it. I was not being super eloquent explaining the influence, although I haven't like talked about it for a while. But it was super fascinating reading Lord of the Rings, and noticing all the things that I'm like, wow, that name is literally just in D&D, or things like that. Why did it put me here? That's rude. Oh my goodness, stop with the terrain. What the heck? Why did it put me here? I was not ready for this. I don't know why it put me there. Alright, well, what I have to say about this stream is that this is not the most successful I've ever been in life.
Another human.
Go and patrol. Like I ain't got nothing better to do.
Alright, float, Depulso.
Another human. Why, it's a grapple, you are.
This is a waste of my talents.
Who's that?
Alright, so here's my plan. I'm gonna group them all up and then put the explosive one on, hopefully, most of them at once.
Show yourself, if you're there. I don't see myself doing this sort of thing forever, though. Fancy I'll have my own operation worked out one day. People working for me.
Positioning on this is really hard. I feel like I have a great plan. It did not work. Okay. Oh my gosh. I'm not sure, like, what's going on, because I feel like I am hitting the shield, but it's not mattering. I will check the weather. I do have the AC on now in my apartment. It says 75. I don't know if that's true. When I turned on the AC, like, 15 minutes ago, it was already 77 in my apartment. Like, I will have the AC on, but it will be hot. Should we try it one more time? I'm not feeling very successful. And what's funny about this is I'm like apparently 10 levels. Oh my gosh, why is this where I am?
Glance off of me.
Like, why did it put me in the... Yikes. Yikes. What did I just change? I think this got changed. This is B for back.
You are postponing the inevitable. You gave me no choice.
Oh, okay. I think I'm done. The checkpoint spawn is causing them to all, like, be on me immediately, so I'm not getting a stealth hit. And I think I'm just frustrated. I feel like I don't understand the combat well enough to handle, like, 5 of them at level at once together. So we might call it. It is not our most exciting stream ever, but I would like to get some food started, I think. And, it is what it is. I'm sure other fun things will happen today. Thank you very much, Photon and Songville, for hanging out. I'm gonna go ahead and let us raid into somebody else. I think we'll probably raid into the Zelda streamer from before. And, just let this be the end. What a sad stream. Oh my goodness. Thank you very much, Photon. I'm sure it will still be a good day overall. I'm glad that I did at least do some kind of streaming. I need to return to work starting tomorrow, so I'm not quite sure what my streaming schedule will be. I do think in the mornings is more likely to be good for me than, like, later in the evenings, but we'll see how it shakes out and how I generally feel. Yeah, I appreciate your time. And, let's figure out if I can remember how to start a raid. Alright, here we go.